హాయ్ వెల్కమ్ టు మై ఛానల్. నా ఛానల్కి మీ అందరికీ స్వాగతం. లైక్ అండ్ షేర్ ది వీడియో, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ మై ఛానల్ ఫర్ నోటిఫికేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ న్యూ వీడియోస్. ప్లీజ్ క్లిక్ ది బెల్ ఐకాన్. ఈ వీడియోని లైక్ అండ్ షేర్ చేయండి, నా ఛానల్ సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. కొత్త వీడియోల నోటిఫికేషన్స్ కోసం పక్కనే ఉన్న బెల్ ఐకాన్ని క్లిక్ చేయండి. Hi, welcome to my channel. In this video we'll discuss how Israeli techniques, especially in agriculture sector, pose a huge threat to India. As we know, Israel is mostly arid and desert land, and Israelis after independence have slowly developed a lot of technologies based on their talent. It's good, it's a display to the world and the universe of their lineage, the firstborn of the Lord. But the thing the world and especially Indian government is not noticing and doesn't bother about is their agricultural revolution reeks and stinks rather of technological dependence, which is very dangerous. And transferring this rabid disease of dependence of technology for agricultural purposes, that too not for military or any other damn sector, is very dangerous to India, which has very pious and pure innocence of say something like the African Bushmen regarding developing their crops and farming facilities. Once we lose our heritage and get replaced by this bloody technological dependence on producing farms, India has killed itself. It's a huge suicide. Israel is a small country and already a desert, so they lose nothing because they don't have a heritage of farming itself. So they have nothing to lose. If they get anything because of the technology, they get, or else they have nothing to lose. But if India does a drastic redoing of its agricultural practices, transferring natural and age-old, seasoned, guaranteed methods of farming that can go on with or without technology, and fall into the trap of technological farming, we lose our very foundation. And when drastic changes in environment happen, like complete shutdown of technology, loss of electricity in world or whatever, Indians will lose their valuable knowledge and practice of doing farming without any technological support. And once that is lost and technology is also lost, this huge land, many times more in size when compared to Israel, and the even more huge population and the very base of world and universe, this will collapse. కూర్చున్న కొమ్మని నరుక్కోకండి దయచేసి. Don't cut the very branch you are sitting on. So please, Indian government, state governments and the central government, be careful on the extent of adapting Israeli agricultural techniques in India. If you want, you can do it in lands as small as Israel in each state. but never disturb the core and the majority farming practices of the ancient times. They might produce less today, but only they can ensure perpetuation of farming in the world and universe. How India has feared and rejected genetically modified crops because the seeds are useless. In the same way, beware of the agricultural technologies. Don't let agricultural sector depend on technology too much. Only pilot projects to very limited area without disturbing the majority of the farmers doing the regular farming practices. The Israeli technologies can be adopted into Indian sector in a very minute quantity only. Native cows, native hens, native technologies, native practices, farming practices might yield less in this competitive world of economies, but only they will sustain mankind and human race in difficult times. Never give up those precious things, fancying some glittering golden fake things that depend on fake god, the technology. You will see many mirages in a desert. Don't get attracted to them. A bird in the hand is better than two in the bush. అరే ఓ సాంబా, ఈ సాంబుడి మాయలో పడ్డారంటే బూడిద మిగులుతుంది. దయచేసి విష్ణు స్థానమైన ఇండియాని అపవిత్రం చెయ్యకండి టెక్నాలజీ ఫార్మింగ్ మాయలో పడిపోయి. ఏదో ఒక ఫ్యామిలీ కొత్త టెక్నాలజీతో విజయం సాధించిందని సిటీ మొత్తాన్ని ఆ ప్లాన్కి మారించిన తర్వాత అందులోని లోటుపాట్లు బయటపడి మొత్తం అంతా కంపైపోతే ఊరంతా వల్లకాడవుతుంది. అనాదిగా వస్తున్న ఆచారాల్ని మానేసి కొత్త ఆచారాలతో వెర్రితలలు వేస్తే వాడెవడో తొడగోసుకున్నాడని మనం మెడగోసుకుంటే అందరం సస్తాం. India has a well-established system that has been sufficing all its needs very well since ages and even to the present day. Why do you want to redo things just because they are appearing so fashionable today? What is the situation of Israel and what is the situation of India? What's the comparison at all? They don't have any history or sources of farming, so they developed new techniques. What is the relevance of those techniques to India except specimen pieces, being a specimen pieces? India can very much bring those technologies and keep them as a showpiece. There is no harm in that. But widespread total redoing of Indian practices with the Israeli practices or any other modern practices that depend on speculative things with no guarantee in future, that is a total fatal mistake on India's part. Somewhere if someone has male pregnancy, sambudu, will you change the whole system for mankind? Will you stop females getting pregnant and always ask the fertilization centers to impregnate men? their nature, Adishakti, is not in favor to Israelites. They are adopting technology, male pregnancy like thing. They are asking the Shiva father to bear the child. Magical food is source has been changed in Israel. Krishna, father, gynecomastia, father, Potraju will give milk there. But why do you want to change that into that system in the vast and already established India? It is total foolishness. So just let India continue its रेगुलर एंड एज ओल्ड प्रैक्टिसेस. जितने से काम चल रहा है उतने से चलने दो. ओवर एक्शन की ज़रूरत नहीं है. अगर उतना ज़रूरत पड़े तो तब देखेंगे. देयर इज़ नो नीड टू ओवर एक्ट व्हेन थिंग्स आर रनिंग स्मूथ एंड फाइन इन इंडिया. इंडिया हैज़